Well, hi everyone and welcome to this week's video from the Veg Ground Podcast. And this week I thought I'd take you on a quick tour of my allotment, show you what's going on and a few of my plans. So without much ado, let's crack on and do that. We're at the very top of my allotment now, and you may remember before Christmas I was tidying this area up and digging out raspberries and what have you. So this area I've not got a huge amount of plans. I'm going to mulch it with manure and keep on top of the weeds, and I may add a bit of a border, but apart from that I've not really got a huge amount. The plants that are here I'm going to let grow and harvest. We've got rhubarb and gooseberries and currants. All I really need, to be honest, in this area. I've actually not got a huge amount to say or plans on this, but the rest is where it all happens. Now this main bed, or the large bed, this is where I'm going to be growing quite a few bits of my food. At the moment still got cabbages and cauliflower in here, and just here some spinach. And I've covered areas with this black membrane that I've got available, just as a little bit of help to try and hold back the weeds. But the plan is I'm going to fill all this up with compost manure in line with my no dig principle, and then once that's done I'll be covering it up until it comes to planting time. I'm hoping to beat the couch grass here. I don't know if it's going to happen. I do no dig. Whether that beats couch grass is open to debate, and I know many people will say it don't, but we'll see how it goes this year. If it doesn't work this year, then it'll be back to digging it out. Just over there was a comfrey plant and grows rather big, and I'm going to try and get rid of that. I've got several other comfrey plants, so I'm not too worried, but that could do with going. Over here, let's come over here and I'll show you. So yes, over here we have my shed, which is going around my man cave. That just needs a good lick of paint. But I've got this compost bin here I want to empty over the next couple of weeks and go into the main bed. Now I'm thinking of making this area into a seating area or a herb area. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just thinking it's quite a nice space that I could use it here for. And then down here, of course, we have the strawberries and raspberries. They've got to have a bit of care, but apart from that, not much more. We'll head on to the main bed next. Well, here we have this magnificent globe artichoke that's really starting to grow lately. I'm really pleased with it. Looking huge. What I am surprised about, right here I have got rhubarbs in this bed, and the early rhubarb is started growing and it's really starting to show itself. So yeah, I'm really surprised how early that is, although I have heard from people who are already picking rhubarb. So yeah, bit of a surprise. This, I've not really got much. I'm just going to keep on top of weeds. Try to keep on top of weeds. My goal very much this year, you will hear me say, is keep on top of weeds and tidiness. We'll see. That's my kind of aim. Anyway, let's have a wander around the actual beds and see what's going on there. Now this bed here I'm really pleased with. Broad beans are just grown really well. They're overwintering broad beans, so I think they're going to really show off themselves and produce a decent amount. They're just looking so healthy and decent growth. Admittedly, I should have staked them, but I haven't. Don't think that really matters. And then my Brussels sprout plant that is there, that's been growing in that same place for 4 years now. This will be its 4th year. Is that going to produce anything? I don't know, we'll find out. But it's all good fun. But here, this bed here, now this is a pretty weedy bed. Still got chard growing, so that's doing okay. So there's Brussels sprouts and stuff which probably just need to come out, and there's turnips and some cabbages as well. They just need to come out, clear it, and this will be where I grow sweet corn, so it's a bit of time yet, but I might put some green manure in once this is all sorted. over here, this is my garlic bed, and I'm pleased with this. All the garlic is up and growing. It does need a bit of a weed, but otherwise it's good. That'll be growing. Then this bed here, we've got my kale and Chinese cabbage at the moment. Now the kale's been nibbled by pigeons, but we're picking those as we go. The Chinese cabbage is starting to heart up, so it shouldn't be too long before we start getting those. Now down the back here is my last two beds, which are just onions, and again I've got nothing more to say on those. They're just there and they are growing. Now out of the two onion beds, this one does need a bit of a weeding, I'll be honest. The weeds on that one have seemed to have grown a bit more than the other bed for some weird reason. Now this area here, it's been a bit of a no man's land, shall we say. Now I've got big plans. These beds here and probably these ones here are going to come out because my grandfather, or my gran, has given me my grandfather's old greenhouse, and that's going to go here. That's my plan anyway. Get that growing. I'm really excited to have that. Be cool. That does mean that I've got a couple of currant bushes just there. They're going to have to be probably moved out towards the back there, or somewhere else anyway, to not interfere with that. And over there where I would grow my potatoes in buckets, they're going. I'm not growing potatoes in buckets so much now. I've decided they're going to go in the ground in the main bed. So really that has been a very quick walk around my allotment with plans on what I plan to do over the next few months. I think the bulk of it is going to be keeping on top of the weeds, particularly the couch grass, and keeping it tidier. I know I'm a messy person, and that's something I really want to improve. Any thoughts, suggestions, leave us a comment below. I've spoken about my actual sowing plans and things like that on my podcast. Check that out if you would like. Give us a like, subscribe and all that sort of stuff. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.